you could make a difference in a child's life with just 30 minutes a day. And one of the most impactful things that happened in my life was when I was connected with one of those children living at the margins. I connected with a student, his name is Mykel. And when I first met with Mykel, we wanted to talk more about sports and recess and lunch than he did about reading. Well, we were there to learn, and so we spent some time working on phonics, working on how to read and what things to be passionate about reading. And that first month of 30 minutes per week, I didn't really know and understand the impact I was having. And it wasn't until the second and third month that I truly started to understand what just 30 minutes a week can do for a child. Because when I walked by the principal's office the next month I went in, I saw Mykel's name. And you remember when you went by the principal's office, hopefully for good things, your name was up there for some amazing work. And so he had told me the week before about this basketball shooting contest, and I thought his name was going to be up there for that. But it wasn't. I looked a little closer, and he had read the most words in the first grade of any other student. And I brought Mykel out there and I took a picture with him to understand why he was so excited about reading words. And so the next month I went back and his name was still up there, and I thought the principal had just not taken his name down that month. But in addition to reading the most words the month prior, he had read the most books in the next month. And then the third month, he had spent the most time reading of any other student. Now, for students that go home like Mykel, and maybe their mom is working a second job and they're being raised by a grandparent, reading was pretty difficult. It wasn't a hobby of his. But the last session I went to Mykel, when I worked with him in reading, his teacher brought me into the classroom and showed me this video. It was Mykel and some of his classmates that I got together to talk about how important reading was and how fun reading was and how much it could make a difference in their life. Mykel, the kid that just wanted to talk about shooting hoops out at recess, at the end of 8 weeks, was talking about how important it was to read. Now imagine the impact you could have on a student, because only 1 in 3 enter kindergarten ready to read, ready to be successful, and be prepared to be able to be good learners.